Hi everyone, we are back with another war video today, and this is going to be war number 11. We only have 11 wars this season. So final war of the season, we are in a win and in situation for Masters, so we are going to do our best to make sure we play well. We are matched with Iso8. I would say we were definitely favorites going into this war, so yeah, definitely want to play our best, make sure we can get a master spot. Going into it, we were in 17th place, I want to say. So if we lost, we would have likely fallen out. If we won, we were obviously very safe. So first fight up, we have Luke Cage here for Chavez. Very straightforward fight. Yeah, I mean, it should be completely nothing fight. I'm going to dash in there just to keep the gap close. We're going to heavy a good amount just to keep our slow up and rolling. Bait out special ones only. Throw the special 2. No crits, unfortunately. And then I think we're going to go for the kill here. And down she goes. So, nice and easy first fight. Not a worry at all. Next fight. I used Luke Cage. Do I have an invul? We're going to invul now. Alright, we're invuling for this fight. Plan is to eat a special 3. Just push him to special 3 and take the damage. If we have to bait a special 2, we would obviously lose our invul, but the incinerate should not do damage as we are tactic, and Luke Cage applies a lot of debuff, so we should be very safe. But you're going to see I'm going to shorten my combos, because again, the plan is to push him to special 3s only if possible, and that is what we're going to do our best at. So here we go. First special 2 out. He throws his special 3 right away. Completely fine again. Invul's on. We can tank this. Even if the invul wasn't on, we could take it with our Luke Cage's invul. That's part of his kit. We're back up near another special 2. We're going to throw it. Oh, we're going to relic. Then we're going to throw it. And that should be the fight. So, nice and easy fight. Obviously, I could have probably just done it without an invul, but better to be safe than sorry there. We are then going to heal up. We have one more Luke Cage fight. And then we have 2 other fights. And as you can see, Gentle is on my team. So yeah, it's going to be our first war with Gentle. I ranked him specifically for this war, which was wildly unnecessary. But we'll talk about that a bit more when we get to it. Next up, though, another super easy fight. Luke Cage versus Wong here. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty nothing placement. I already had Luke on my team, so obviously he works great for this. Probably one of the best options available this season here. And then we're going to try and bait out special ones only. I'm not sure if his burst damage, like when he gets his 90 charges and goes to 100, if that would actually do damage, or if because of the tactic it wouldn't do any damage. So I'm not sure. Obviously, we're not going to try and test that. Ideally, we're going to get out of here before he even gets close to 90. Not many crits on special 2s. Kind of been an issue for the first couple fights with him. But we're going to work our way back up to our special 2. Knockdown to keep the slow rolling. Bait out this special 2. He's still at 58 charges, not even close. Combo. Special 2. I should have just reliced into it. We're just going to bait a heavy, though, and finish the fight. And we would have the cross pre-fight, but that is Luke Cage's last fight, so we do not need to worry about it. We're going to roll into our last 2 fights. This fight, and it's a bit of annoying placement. Versus Deathless Kangaroo, I don't think you really want to use a tactic champ. This is rich get richer, so obviously he's going to be gaining power because he has more buffs than me. But once I get my dimensions up, the purple dimension up, it'll reverse the power gain. The obviously big thing I need to watch for is for my placebo buffs falling off. And then if I do trigger Dex myself, like I do there, I need to watch for the Unstoppable, which I was obviously very ready for there. I practiced a bunch. I really didn't trigger Dex very often, but apparently that time we did. Here, I'm holding the special 2 because I want to get my second purple dimension up. Now we're good to go, though. We're going to throw this. Going to do a good chunk of damage. We want to bait out the special 1 without triggering Dex if possible, which we do. Here, We actually almost lose our placebos. We get it refreshed right there, thankfully. But we're going to throw this. This should end the fight. And yeah, he's down. Pretty good fight. And yeah, a little finicky there, but nothing too major to deal with. Now we're on for the big finale. Gentle versus Node 49 Bullseye. Gentle was basically designed to do this fight. And so originally when I was doing the plan, I was trying to get out of fighting Bullseye because I just didn't want to deal with it. Which I knew I was going to have to fight it. And usually I use Ironheart, which obviously I had Swat on my team and I could have done it. But I decided that I was going to use Gentle because I wanted to prove that he could do this fight well. And it's not going to go very well. Gentle, I like to think he's still a very strong champ. We'll have to see if I pull the 7-star, but he does not do well here on punching up against a rank 3 Bullseye. So 7-star rank 3 versus 6-star ascended. It's slow. Now, I could have played this much better for sure. I think one of the big issues, I do some parries there at the beginning, repairing, but I think I just get scared as this fight goes on because it's going to drag. Obviously, we have our Pursuit up, which is a big part of his kit. I have a Rupture. You apply a Rupture with Gentle with light ending combos. So as long as you spend a muscle mass, one muscle mass, to apply a Rupture. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't punish his special 1-2s either, and it's because one time when I was dueling, I got caught, and I really didn't want to deal with that. Here you can see the chip damage is insane. So yeah. The other part is I wanted to throw a special one first because that gets you 5 muscle mass as we're building here. But yeah, now we're up at near max. We're going to go special 2s only. We just need to keep our Rupture up to keep getting power. But as you can see, I'm not pairing, which is causing issues. But yeah, here we're going to do a light ending combo and throw our special 2, which is where damage is supposed to come from. And we get some crits. Honestly, we get 3 crits, but as you can see, he, it did good damage, but not nearly as much as I would hope. Here we do another light ending attack. Throw this. We get 3 crits again, and still a lot of health left. So I was hoping a couple big specials would really just end the fight, but that does not seem to be the case here. Take this into block. We're getting close to the end. We're going to do a light ending combo. Again, light ending combos, if you do throw your special 2 with max mass, then you will take basically recoil damage, which obviously I don't want to take. Here we're trying to get out the special 2. Dex it. Dex this part. We get an intercept. Full combo. Full combo. One more special 2, and down he goes. But yeah, that was a slog. Ended with only 36% health. Again, I could have played better. Not saying I played perfect there, but yeah, Ironheart would have been much faster. But that does end our war. 5 fights. We do end up winning. And yeah, that win put us in Masters. We finished 13th, I believe, as TCN was docked, as they inevitably are every couple seasons. And then a couple other Masters alliances were docked. Or maybe it was just a P1 alliance. A couple P1 alliances were docked as well, but nothing that moved us up any farther. So we were 14th, moved up to 13th, and yeah, finished in Masters, which was the goal of the season, as it is all seasons. But now we'll jump to stats for the season. So looking at our stats on the season, we did have a strong showing. We did go Deathless again, so 2 in a row. I think the streak's up to 140 something. I think it's like 141. But yeah, really happy with the season. It is decay, so it is an easier tactic. 62 fights would put me about on pace for around 67 fights, so a little lower than some of my seasons, below 72 deaths or 72 fights. But not too bad. 62 isn't horrible for 11 wars. For fight champions, we did have a very good spread here. We have 13 champs. So Crossbones did most of the work, which he typically does get a lot of fights. Just got more this season. In general, Luke Cage with 12 fights, which was to be expected. I assumed I would get a ton of fights with him as he was obviously whitelisted and very strong. We then had Ironheart, a lot of fights with her as we did take Dust a bunch, so she ended up doing a bunch of other fights on top of that. Deathless Thanos and Deathless She-Hulk both got a good amount of fights. Deathless Thanos was very strong for some fights. People tried to force him into matchups that maybe he wasn't the best for. Shocker, Sentinel, a couple other fights that, yeah, he just was not the best answer for. And then we had Medusa, who I never used until the season. Warlock, who I hadn't used in a very long time. Better Red Bill had a great solo against Sentinel. And then the rest were just some more small fights here and there. Kushala, Chavez, LDS, Chi, and the gentle fight that probably should have just been another fight for Ironheart. But yeah, fight type, decent spread. Not as many minis this season as last time, and shared fights was 14, a little more than one is war. And then tier 1 record, we're back above 98% solo rate, which was great. I doubt we see that carry over very deep into next season with the new map, but we will see how that goes. But yeah, overall pretty good season. BG1 also finished pretty strong. I think we got a donut the last war, which was very good and much needed during this final war. The final war, we ended up winning very comfortably. We had a good clear, only 2 deaths, and ISO kind of, once they saw they weren't going to win, they stopped trying as much. So, which is to be expected. But yeah, that does end our season. And I will start posting war videos following next season with the long break. But that's going to do it for this video, though. Thank you for watching.